Welcome everyone. Hope you're having an absolutely superb life. Today we are tackling the next entry into our Ask a Gamer series where we take a look at the questions that I often receive on Twitch, YouTube, Discord, or even outside the internet by people from all walks of life. If you'd like to know more details on the series, what we are trying to accomplish with it, or who I am and what qualifications I have to answer these questions, check out our first Ask a Gamer video linked up in the card or down in the description below. Alright, so the question for today, is streaming video games a good career choice? Thanks to Lags the Greek for officially submitting this one, as it is a question I get asked a ton in stream, on DMs, but also from parents and such. Like most things, the answer is not a cut and dry yes or no. If I had to answer it so simply, I would say despite that it is an incredible and potentially even smart dream to pursue, ultimately, no, I don't think it is a great career expectation. We are going to unpack a lot with this one, and hopefully by the end of this, I can help add another perspective as you form your own opinion on the topic. First, a bit of a roadmap. I'm going to break this down into two major comparisons, the pros and cons of streaming in general, regardless of whether it is your profession or not, and then we will look at full-time streaming as a dream versus an expectation, or as a hobby versus a career. Streaming is amazing. I have chosen it as my career for a reason. I mean, you get to play video games as your job. Then when you tack on the facts that you are creating something truly unique for the world to enjoy and that you can form life-altering friendships, it becomes magical. I mentioned this in the last Ask a Gamer video on what is Twitch, but the best part of streaming is hands down the community and just how much support people are willing to give each other, from finances to love, streamer and viewers alike. It is very rare to see such rich relationships in any job, let alone in the entertainment industry. However, the same things that can make streaming truly amazing can also make it very taxing and, quite frankly, hard. For most streamers, especially if you're looking at making it your job or it already is, there is a ton of work involved. I'm not going to go over everything here, but in addition to the technical skills and business stuff like taxes and licenses, I feel the hardest part of the job, although it is the most rewarding, is the people. From simple stuff like event planning and dealing with trolls to some of your best friends taking opposing sides where you actually agree and disagree with both. Unfortunately, the behavior and conflicts and how people treat each other don't just affect themselves, but it also reflects back ultimately on you, your brand, and most importantly, the community itself. How do you address people having very fair but different views on what is acceptable behavior? You also need to remember you are part of this community too, and what happens when you are the one to make someone feel uncomfortable or hurt them. Yes, these are issues we all have to deal with our relationships in life, but the stakes are different when you are the one your friends are always looking to for an answer or to take action, especially considering your community and audience most likely know you way better than you actually know them. Now, I know we only scratched the surface on the pros and cons of streaming, but back to the main issue. Streaming as a career. According to the dictionary, a career is an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. My definition of a career is very similar. Something that you are looking to as your primary source of income that is long-term and what you identify as. I am a pilot, a teacher, a store manager, whatever that may be. Ultimately, for me, a career is grounded in reality, boiled down to three ideas. It is something that you are seeking because you enjoy it, you can see yourself doing it for an extended period of time in the future, and it can provide for the financial, emotional, and practical needs that you have. Now, this is nothing new. It's just an application of old ideas to a new topic. Streaming potentially falls short on all three of the criteria I just mentioned. It just may not be something you enjoy, or it might become very taxing over time and it's not healthy for you to continue that grind over an extended period. It might be too much work, there may be too many political or business-like things to deal with, or it might take too much of an emotional toll on you, not to mention trying to keep up with trends and stay relevant for years upon years. However, similar things can be said about any path you lead yourself on, and discovering you don't like something and changing direction is often a necessary part of the journey. The most common issue with streaming as a career, however, is unfortunately something as simple as finances. People need money. There are obvious ways that you can cut back to make ends meet, but for the large majority of streamers that are doing this on a very serious level, they're not making enough to simply pay bills and cover necessities, let alone leisures and emergencies, myself included. Trying to become a professional streamer as your sole income is similar to trying to become a professional pop star, actor, athlete, or the next big CEO. Is it possible? Absolutely. Can you do it without becoming extremely popular? 100%. Do people do it every day? Yeah. But it often takes a ton of work and some luck. Most, if not all, professional entertainers, no matter what field, have some sort of other income source. Many often have primary jobs or even a main career in addition to the art that they create. And this is why I have made that distinction between dream and expectation, which is what I believe is streaming's biggest asset. You can dive right on into the world of content creation without much forethought or sacrifice. Being a streamer is essentially being an extremely unique business owner. There are not many small business venues that you can start for little to no money, keep as a hobby indefinitely while still taking it very seriously, and allowing for a separate primary source of income or even a separate main career. Basically, by keeping streaming as a hobby, you are putting up a wonderful safety net, not just financially, but logistically, as you avoid most of the business mumbo-jumbo, and also emotionally, as it is not your only paycheck or identity. I could not believe the mental and emotional shift my body naturally did when I became a professional streamer. And that is actually part of the reason why I'm doing YouTube now, to split that identity and put my efforts and worth into multiple venues of creation. The question you probably have now is, if it seems like such a safer and easier option, why did I not just keep my streaming endeavors as a hobby? I could have even gotten a less demanding part-time job to allow for more time to work on the stream. When my wife and I discovered that her salary was enough to make ends meet and even put some away into savings, we realized Twitch full-time was an option. I knew that I couldn't become a professional streamer motivated by fame and money. Yes, those things would be great, but the reason I chose to do it was the people, all of you. I have been incredibly blessed by my situation that I can invest so much into the wonderful community that we call the Chargers. I love all of you that are part of our little family so much, whether it be on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Discord, etc. That is what motivated me to surrender my previous plans and get to hang out with some of the most amazing people on the planet. As a hobby, I strongly encourage everyone to try streaming if you think you might enjoy it. It can be incredibly fun and rewarding. You'll know pretty quick if streaming isn't for you, and even as a hobby, you can take it very seriously and incredible growth can be seen. Just don't think that because you try, you will succeed. Or rather, success is often measured on multiple scales. For example, I think we have one of the most successful communities on the internet, though Twitch would not necessarily agree with me. So, what do you think? Are you a streamer? Do you want to be? What are your goals and thoughts on all of this? These are my opinions based on my experiences, and you may or may not agree with them. So let me know in the comments below or wherever. If you enjoyed yourself and want to see more of this type of video, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and charge up a like for us. Have a wonderful, a wonder-filled day, everyone. And as always, stay charged.